Welcome back to my channel. I'm Diamond Asha, your most influential life pilot of this generation. So in life, we all go through ups and downs, and today I have with me a friend and a sister. She's Jessie. Welcome to my channel, Jessie.
Thank you very much.
So
I'm pleasured.
So she has been through depression, and we want to interview her on how it all came about and how she overcame it. So first of all, what what led to you being depressed?
Okay, so depression is something that can really kill, right? And I advise everyone going through depression not to make it overcome the person. Try as much as possible to be able to talk to someone. If you can't talk to someone, you can talk to God. He'll be able to help you out. And mine came about with school and verbal abuse. Verbal abuse is very bad. Verbal abuse.
So what about the school? How did you come along?
Okay, so in Ghana, when you're writing BC and all of that, you want to choose the big schools. From the kind of background you have, you want to go to certain kind of schools, right? And you're supposed to work towards it. So if you get the grades, you know that automatically you can go to the Wesley girls, the fancy pins and all of that. So I wrote BC and I passed. I had very good grades and I'm proud of myself. But it was funny because I didn't get my first choice school. So my dad was trying to work a way for me to get to the school I wanted to get to. We didn't get the school, we got other schools, and I still didn't like the schools because they were not good enough schools for me. And then those schools teach in tree, and I never understood anything. I managed to be able to do my best. I was doing well in school, but I didn't like the school because like I wasn't understanding anything. So I have to learn on my own to be able to get what I want and then be able to pass my exam. I was just learning for examination's sake. And finally I thought I had got an A school I wanted to go to. So my dad changed my school and brought me to a very good school in Accra. And lo and behold, they repeated me because they say they can't take form twos and all of that because I had already completed a year. So I had to come back and start. And funny enough, I didn't get the course I wanted to do. I was doing general arts, but when they changed my school and brought me to Accra, they gave me visual art and I had nothing. I don't know how to even draw. I don't know anything about visual art, but I had to get into the school because they lied and told me that when I get into the school, they would try and change from general art to visual art, from visual art to general art for me. Yes, and then the verbal abuse. The verbal abuse at a point in time, because I didn't like the school I was going to, I decided to become a day student just to stay back at home and then get another school. So I was doing double schooling, get another school and then write general arts exam to be able to go into the university. And I don't know how, but I go to my visual arts school in the morning. Then in the evening around 6, I go to my general arts school and come home around 10 or 11 latest, and I have to bath again and go to school.
Was it day school?
Yeah, I was in a boarding school, but I managed to change to come a day student because I didn't like the visual art. I wanted to write general arts to be able to enter the university.
And how do you like
Double school.
Yeah.
I was doing visual arts in the mornings. I would go to my SHS, my SHS I went to, and then I'll do the whole course. What I'm supposed to do for that day, I'll do it. Then when school closes, I'll go to the other school that I registered for general arts. So in the evenings, whilst everyone is sleeping and all, I'm in school and I'm still learning because I wanted to write general arts exam to go into the university. I wanted to do law. So I didn't think I could use visual art because I knew that I was very bad at visual art. I didn't want to disgrace my father, all the school fees and things he had paid for. I didn't want to disgrace me. So I was trying to manage it and do the general arts because I was very good in general arts. And I'll just me and like mix the two results and then go to the university.
So like did your dad pay for the two fees?
Yes, he paid for it, even though he didn't like the idea. But I had to pressure him because if I didn't, I'm sure I'd have brought F's and chains home. So yes, so this verbal abuse thing started when I went into the double schooling thing, and I come home very late. But no one understood why I come home very late because my house to the school is very far. It's really far. Sometimes I can close school at 9:30, 10, and I'll not be able to get a car back home. And then all of a sudden, I don't know where from that thing. Like I don't know. My father still calling me a prostitute because I come home 11. Not because he even gave me a car to even say that, oh, this car come and pick me after school or anything. When I come home and I'm very tired and I go and bath, I don't even eat, I'll just sleep. Then one time he just called me. He said I've done an abortion. I'm a prostitute. And he really beat me. I didn't understand what I had done. He really beat me. So I just kept it to myself. And then the most painful thing was that he said my mother sent me to the hospital to go and do the abortion.
Why did he hear from someone or
I don't know. He said he had pictures, he had videos of me. So I actually told him that I dared him that if he really has it, he should show it to me. Up till now, I've not seen the video, I've not seen any picture, I've not seen anything concerning that. But he still up till now he still believes in himself and he still calls me a prostitute. But I'm just taking it that he doesn't know what he's saying. He's just ranting. So yeah. It bothers me sometimes, but I'm out of that state of mind, so I don't complain.
so about all this, like how did you cope? You were schooling and he was also like giving you that pressure of attitude and stuff. How do you
Yeah.
concentrate?
So when I go to school, like every time when I'm going, I leave home. I always pray to God that whatever my daddy has heard or whoever has polluted his mind for him to think that way about me, God should try and expose that person to me. Not whether it's in a dream, anything. I just wanted to know where he was getting that kind of information from. So I just pray to God to give me a successful day. And he's just opened my mind so that at least if my father says I'm a prostitute, I can just bring good grades home. So that if I'm still prostituting and then I'm bringing the good grades home, he doesn't have anything to say. Because so far as he has paid for fees and then I brought good results home, at least it will shut him up a little. So I just pray. I had no option than to pray. I used to call my mom and I would speak to her and she'd be like, I shouldn't worry. There's not anything. I know I'm not staying with her, so definitely things like this will happen. I shouldn't worry. So it was my mother who was comforting me sometimes. And I had only God. I don't talk to people. I barely talk to people because I'm afraid because anything you say, the person can just change and say you said something else. So I don't talk to people at all. So it was my mother and then God.
So like when we write exam like this, final exam like this. Let's say English, all of us will write. So how did you write in one school or you wrote in both schools?
Okay, so I registered for this earlier than this. So when I completed the first one, I was going to the other one full time.
Oh, okay.
So I wrote the visual art earlier, and then I wrote the general art later.
Okay.
And then the visual art, like I said, I didn't do well. Not because I didn't want to do well, but in the aspects of the written subject and all of that, I did extremely well. But when it comes to the painting and the leather work and all of that, okay, I'm good in craft, but you see, it's something you don't have passion for. You not put in that much effort. So I did well, but it was comme comme ça.
So like after you going to the two schools, did you get a grade that you wanted to get? You doing the general art?
Mm. I didn't get the grade I wanted to get. I did well, but I didn't get the grade I wanted to, because at that point in time I was writing the general art exam. There was so much pressure on me. My dad was giving me a hell of a time. Like every day something has happened. Every day Jessica has done this. Every day this is doing that. Every time. So even though I did well, now able I'm in the university now, the grade I was expecting to like get to the university with the same course I'm doing, I didn't get it. Sometimes you see that you give yourself a certain target, right? And because of certain things that happen, you fall below the target you give yourself. Not because you are not you are like dumb headed or something, but situations happen and then you find yourself doing something you are not even supposed to do. So I did well, but I didn't do what I wanted to do.
But at least now you're
I'm
happy
in,
you're in the university.
I'm in the university, yes. I'm in the one.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy. Who would not be happy to be in the university?
Oh no, some people, because like they didn't get a grade they wanted, if they are going to school, can like it's normal.
So far as you get the course you wanted to do, right? Why should you be sad? It's not like you got something that is so bad that you can't do the course you wanted to do. I want to do I want to do law later in life, but I wanted to do political science, information studies, and psychology when I'm in the university. But I didn't get that. I got political science, information studies, and sociology. And when I read about the sociology, political science, and information studies, I realized that it could lead me better in the law. Like at least I have broad information. I can get more things than even the psychology. But I like psychology because you can actually get into people's minds and see what they are thinking, what they want to do, and how they'll behave in certain aspects of life. That's why I wanted to do psychology. But my main aim was to do political science, and I'm doing it. So why should I not be happy? I'm happy.
Okay. So upon all what you went through, how did you overcome it?
Okay, overcoming this. I don't think everything I would say here will work for everyone, right? But I feel like depression, it has no cure. At some point in time, even now when I'm in the university, even now when I have people like I can laugh with and all of that, sometimes it hits you so hard that you're like, oh my god, why is this happening to me again? So depression has no cure, but I feel like if you should pray to God, my whole life is centered around God because I trust no one, not even my father, honestly. At first when I was younger, I used to see my father like my God, like whatever you do to me, I'll tell you that Father can counter you, no matter who you are, like whether you're the president of Ghana, whatever, like I used to see my father like a god on his own, right? Because my father made me feel like there was nothing he cannot do for me when I was younger. So I really believe, even my mother, I don't care. I really trust my father to the last call. Even if I see that this thing is going wrong with my dad, I just find a way and say that, oh no, daddy can't do this thing. And that's how I grew up. So I was thinking that even I don't have challenges growing up or anything because I'm living with my dad, so definitely this was going to happen to me. But
You
right
know,
now,
like I'm not cutting you, but some people when they're in depression, they like some smoke, some drink, like a lot happens to
incident,
people.
yeah.
Did you like drink or like do something?
No, when normally if you know me very well, I don't talk to anyone. I'm always in my room, right? So when I'm like that, I just sit down quietly. I always cry. I actually did something very silly. I don't recommend anyone to do that, but I cut myself with blade. This is the scar. These are scars of it. So one time I was.
Why did you do that? Why were you planning to kill yourself?
Yes, I was tired of everything. Like I don't know why, only me. Every time. So one time I just woke up and I was just tired of everything. I went to buy bleed, and then I went to my room. Everyone knows I just was always in the room. So if I'm even there, no one knows what's happening to me. I'm just there alone. And I just took the bleed and I started cutting myself. I cut myself. My daddy wasn't in the country at that time. So when I finished, I sent a text message to him that I'm sorry for disappointing him and everything, but by the time he comes back, he will not see me, he'll come and see my dead body. So you shouldn't worry. You should just be fine and all of that. But it's not worth it. It's not worth living. So I don't know how, but God works in mysterious ways. If He has a good plan for you, He will not allow you to die. Normally, when my daddy travels abroad, he doesn't use the same time, right? By the time maybe we'll be awake, he's asleep. By the time we'll be asleep, he's awake. Sometimes it clashes. But that day, as soon as I sent the text message, it didn't even reach 1 minute. He opened the thing. Before I realized, everybody was rushing to my room. I'm like, what's this? Like, why are they coming here? So my big brother, he's called Barry. He came and he was talking to me like, why am I doing that? But I shouldn't worry, everything is going to be fine. But he cried. My daddy has done a whole lot of things to him. But I should just forget about it. My brother held me through. My brother was talking to me. I had to sleep with my brother for like a week or two because they were all scared that something silly will happen to me. And then Pastor Lemmy called, Mommy called Pastor Lemmy, Daddy called Pastor Lemmy, and they kept praying with me because they felt like I was under some demonic attack. But honestly, I wasn't in a demonic attack.
Because it got to a time I saw that like Daddy was
Yeah.
normally communicating to you.
Yeah, so I wasn't under any demonic attack. That thing that they were just saying, God works fine, but it was no demonic attack. It was real. Like I knew I had a sane mind, very sane mind. But I was just tired because I don't know why, just only me, everything should just go wrong at a point in time when you don't know what has happened. You just wake up and say you're a prostitute, you've done an abortion, like, and the things just keep coming. Like every time something has happened, Jessica has done this. So I was like, this thing is not worth living. Let me just kill myself. I cut myself, did all sorts of things. But to God's glory, I'm fine. I'm here.
So guys, you heard it all, and I know some people are right now going through depression, and as she said, God was her strength. So I want to encourage you all that keep calm and trust God, and you'll come through it. So thanks for watching. If you're new here,
let me also ship something.
Okay.
Sorry, but I mean, sometimes I feel like the children have no say in their lives in their home, right? But I feel like if any parents should watch this, I think you should know how to say certain things to your children. Don't just wake up and then say all sorts of things, because we all have emotions, right? And if I should say something to you as a mother or as a father or as a guardian that is wrong, it will really hurt you. You can actually go through brain, like it will affect you in the brain, because you will not expect me to be saying certain things like my mother was a prostitute, she gave birth to me, my mother was doing this. So I feel like if you also have that kind of emotions, we all are human beings, so we should also know how to say certain things. If I hear something about my friend over here, I can just ask her, what's wrong? Why am I not giving you that you go outside and sleep with men for it? Try to communicate, like give that kind of this thing opportunity for a child to be able to communicate certain things to you, because it might be too late to go and find your child in the room dead, and you don't know what will happen. If I didn't text my dad and I just did what I did, I think my dad will come and meet me, and then he'll be sad that, oh, he shouldn't have done this at this time or this. But I think it's God that made me send that kind of text message to my dad, because if I didn't send that kind of text message and I had cut myself, I actually cut my vein, like I was bleeding that bad. So I just felt, because of what someone told me, something he said he's not shy of saying it, I'm a prostitute. He's saying that for the third time again, he doesn't care. Like he said this, and if you've not done something and they are trying to push that kind of thing on you, that kind of quote on you, right? It affects you so bad. Like you want to understand where he or she is coming from, you still can't pinpoint where he or she is coming from. So I just beg parents that they should know what kind of things they say to their children, because it will go on a long way to affect them. Maybe I'll not be prostituting, God forbid, but I'll not be prostituting now. But maybe because of what something he has said to me years ago, I might find myself doing something like that later. But I know, like I have said, I won't do that. I won't put shame on my name, like never. So please and please, I beg you, you guys, like parents should find a way of talking to their children of certain things that come up in their homes. I beg you. Thank you.
Thanks for having time also. So thank you guys. If you're new here, please do want to subscribe.
Subscribe to Headshot now.
Hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I post a video. Also drop a comment on what you said. Drop a comment, add your suggestion to it. Thanks for watching.
Follow her Snapchat, her Instagram, her what again?
It's finished.
What part? You don't Snapchat and Instagram. Her social media handle. We should put them in her Facebook.
But it will be in the description and on the screen as well. So
thank you. Have a lovely
much.
day. Whether you are watching in the night or
in the afternoon or anytime. Have a nice day.
Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. God bless you.